Hello matey, welcome back. Alright, you ready for this little perler? Thai sausage rolls. Quick, easy, yummy, great for a munch for lunch, great for parties, awesome for the footy. You can double, triple the recipe, whatever you want. Okay, first thing we need to do is get 125 grams of creamed cheese. So over here they come in 250 gram blocks, so I've just cut a block in half. So you want to just, I know you can't see the glow wrap on. Alright, so you want to just get it, nice camera, okay, 125 grams of it, put it in a big bowl, chuck it on with Glad wrap and set it aside. That's the very first thing you want to do because we need to get it at room temperature and nice and soft, okay. Now the next thing we need is 1 medium carrot and 1 medium red onion. Now I would class it as a large one, so I'm just going to use 2/3 of it. We want to grate the carrot and we want to chop the red onion really, really small. Alright, one of those days, my friend. This is take 25. Okay, once we have grated our carrot and we have chopped our red onion finely, the next thing we're going to need is 500 grams of mince. We're going to need some green curry paste. So, alright, the mince I get from Aldi's, I get it in 500 gram packets for $5. The green curry paste I just get from the IGA from the little Asian section. They're only about $3.50 a jar. So when you can and you can afford it, get a green curry paste, a red curry paste, a blue curry paste, whatever, all those sort of little things. Leave them in the fridge. They last absolutely forever and they're great just to have there for days like this. Alright, we're going to need some sweet chili sauce. A little bit goes in the sausage rolls and then we dip our sausage rolls in it. And we need some sesame seeds and an egg for on top after. The cream cheese. Now, once the cream cheese is warmed up, we're going to put the oven on, preheat it at 200 degrees Celsius, and we're going to get out 4 sheets of frozen puff pastry to thaw out while we throw these little babies together. Oh yeah, baby, now we throw it all together. Alright, cream cheese. Put your chicken mince in, diced red onion in, grated carrot in. Now we need 1 tablespoon of the green curry paste. Shake the crap out of the bottle first. 2 tablespoons of the sweet chili sauce. And the same thing, shake the shit out of the bottle first. Alright, now we mix it up really, really well. How simple is this, my friends? Oh, and the flavour. Once we've mixed that through really well, I'm just going to sort of pat it all down flat. And then I'm going to just roughly divide it into 4 in the bowl. So I'll just stick a thing roughly down the middle. It just makes it a bit easier to try and get the filling a bit more even. Alright, and then I'll do the same down the middle this way. And then when I'm putting it on, this 1/4 I'll divide in half to put on. This 1/4 is for 1 sheet of pastry. And I'll divide that in half to do our 2 rolls, and same with that. So it just sort of makes it, just, you know what I mean? Just a little bit easier to get them a bit evener. Okay, now we get our pastry. Alright, 2 spoons for the filling. So the first thing we do is just try and get it in the middle and slice it down the middle. Alright, so with our 2 spoons, we want to divide one of those quarters in half. Roughly, of course, and spoon that on. When we spoon it on, doesn't matter how you do it, make sure I get it all. I just sort of flat, use the back of the spoon and just mould it until you get it all roughly evenly in the middle all the way through it. I like to leave a little bit on the ends because as you're rolling them it'll squeeze that down a bit. Okay, once we've done it nice and pretty like that. I like leaving it on the plastic too. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it is a lot easier to work with. Alright, make sure you review. Lift her up. Get a minute. Alright, and when you fold it, just make sure that you squeeze it all in. And you want, see? And you just want to make sure when you do fold it over, you're folding it over onto more pastry. Alright, then lift it up. See your seams at the bottom beautifully. Turn it back over onto your seam. Flatten it just a fraction. Okay, then with the back of the knife, we want to just make indents all the way through. This stops it from doing that puffed up break up thing. Okay, once we've done that, now here is where, if you're going to put them in the oven straight away, okay, I'll cut them in half. I like these as smaller ones to dip in because they're kind of like that, so I will cut them in half again. Alright, then I would trim the end bit off on both sides, and I would stick them straight onto the tray. Now, say for instance I was making these for the footy tomorrow and I wanted to get them all ready today, so all I had to do was just chuck them in the oven when I'm ready. Alright, so you make them up like the other one. So to prepare these for tomorrow, you would still do your thing in the back of the knife. Now I would only cut them in half, and then tomorrow when you get them out to put them on your trays for the footy or your party or whatever, just before you put them on the trays, I would cut them in half again. It just makes it easier to handle, alright? So leave them like that. When you pull them out in half on the tray, do everything we're going to do today, and it's done. So I would get Glad wrap. Now I'll try and do it so you can see. Alright, I would put one on, Glad wrap over it, make sure it's covered it so it's not going to touch the next one. I would put the next one on next to it, cut your Glad wrap, over the top, under, put your sides down. Perfect, okay? You can bang them in the fridge exactly like that, all on top of each other. When you're ready to get them out the next day, out they come, chop them in half, put them on your things, put your egg in that on, bang them in, ready for the footy, no problems. Now, if you want to freeze them, when you get to this stage and you've wrapped them like this, you freeze them exactly like this. Stack them all up in the freezer. Alright, once they're ready, I've only done one tray because not actually everybody's here today. It makes 32 of these size ones. That's not bad, it's enough for a little footy party or something. Otherwise, yeah, 16 normal size, like smaller but normal size ones. Alright, once you've whisked your egg, you can get a pastry brush and you can brush them on, or I just want to show you, or you can wash your hands and you can just use your fingers, mate, if you don't have a pastry brush. Just dip it in with your fingers, make sure they're washed, and away you go. Get your sesame seeds on top, nice and quick before they dry out. So the best way to do it is, you really want the sesame seeds on them, is get them out, put them on the tray ready to go, let them sit there long enough for the pastry to thaw out a bit, because the first time I made sausage rolls, I pulled them out of the freezer and I got my egg ready and I got my sesame seeds ready. This is the other ones I made. And I put the egg on, and as I put the egg on, it was freezing on there and it was completely dry and it did not work. So yeah, if you let them thaw out just that little bit, the pastry at least, you'll be able to put your egg on and sesame seed them. But otherwise, you just bang them in the oven frozen and they brown up perfectly anyway. Okay, in our preheated oven they go for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. You know me, I've got my electric one. I'll let you know in a minute exactly how long they took. Boom! 25 minutes later, yeah, I got that a bit wrong. 25 minutes later, you've got some of the most tastiest little sausage rolls you've ever made. If you love your green curries and you love your Thai food, mate, you'll absolutely love these. So I'll write the recipe below as always, and I'll put 20 to 25 minutes in there. But yeah, my electric oven, 25 minutes, perfect. Oh, boy, have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. You know me, I'll be back. Bye!